Guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today, I really want to dive into a key topic around the importance of having and cultivating self-trust when you're wanting to scale your business sustainably and continue to be that visionary in your business. When we think about self-trust, sometimes it can feel like something that's very abstract, when actually it's not. It's incredibly tangible, and we cultivate it and we forge it through so many micro moments in our day that we may not even be aware of. So when you think about self-trust, it fast tracks your ability to take action and to keep moving. And to be successful in business, what it ultimately is being able to stay in something for the long game, So this means not getting wiped out. How do you stay in the game for the longest? And how do you continue to show up and take action without burning out, without losing yourself in the process, without abandoning the core root of why you even began the business to begin with? And that's really important. So a few things I want to touch on at the moment that I see happening is, especially with women, there can be this tendency to outsource what has come through us instinctively and intuitively. And this can look like feeling like you need the advice of other people in order to make the moves or in order to validate the vision that you have for your business. Because the truth is that you get to create a business that feels so deeply aligned with you, that feels authentic to you. And when you are walking that path, you get to be in the position where you are the visionary, where you are leading that vision. And so you'll get to a certain point where only you know what is right and what is not right for you. And your success is not going to come from doing like a paper mache of everyone else's strategies and ideas. It's going to come from a deep embodiment from within yourself around, is this true for me? Is this the direction that I want to go in? Is this the pace? Is this the way? Is this a strategy that actually feels nourishing to me? And only you can answer that. Now, in even order to get to that place, this is where nervous system regulation is so important, is all of that requires you to feel in your body. We cannot build self-trust if we are disconnected from our body. Because when our nervous system is activated, what's going to happen is it's going to place us in survival. And when we're in survival, we may think that something has dropped in, but actually it's derived from a place of lack or fear. So how do we decipher when something drops in and it feels really clear around taking action or making a decision? How can we distinguish whether it's coming from truth or whether it's coming from lack or fear? That in itself is going to require you to feel regulated in your nervous system so you can actually feel in your body what is the truth. And only you can decipher that for you, because no one can step into your body and tell you what you feel, only you. So that's the first point. Without that nervous system regulation, if you cannot feel your truth or what is present in your body, then it is going to be very confusing to understand when something comes into your awareness, if it is actually leading you in the direction or if it's working against you. The second thing I want to touch on is building self-trust and being connected to your nervous system and to your body is going to allow you to make decisions quickly. Now, ultimately, you may have something drop in where you know you get to take action on it. Question: do you notice that when something appears or comes up in life or business and a decision is required from you to take action, do you find yourself ruminating, procrastinating, asking others for opinions around what decision or what action you should take, how long is that process for you? Because if your process is a month, a week, 6 months, a year, 2 years, that's going to impact your success in business because you're not moving. And you're outsourcing your energy, you're outsourcing your decisions to external things. Self-trust looks totally different. When you're rooted in your nervous system, you're connected with your body, and you feel that element of self-trust. Something drops in. You understand if it's true for you or not, and you take the action. This is not to say that you do not bump up against resistance or fear. No, you still bump up against that. Every time I find myself at an edge, I feel the resistance. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is familiar. This is a good sign because it's showing that I am at my edge and I'm about to grow up. I'm not grow up, but I'm about to grow and expand into a next level that I haven't been at before. That's why it feels like an edge. So if everything feels easeful all the time, that's my signal like, hey, you're not actually challenging yourself and you're not actually growing, because growth is challenging. Growth is painful. Growth is hard. So by default, if we're not experiencing some element of that, then we may actually find ourselves in stagnation. So when you are connected in your nervous system, connected with your body, and you feel that level of self-trust, you're able to make decisions quickly. And when you are able to make decisions quickly, it's not to say that the outcome is perfect and you are like 1,000% sure. It's the level of commitment that you have to see it through, that you know you're going to make the very best out of any situation that comes from you having made that decision, from you having made that choice, because no one knows the future. We don't know what the future is going to hold or what the true outcome is going to be from making a choice. But when we fully commit to something and we have this self-trust, like I'm going to make the very best out of this decision, no matter what comes my way, that level of conviction, energy, and gnosis within yourself is going to create an incredible, powerful outcome regardless, because of your commitment and level of like, I've got this, no matter what the outcome is. So that's another way that self-trust really impacts your ability to continue to sustain and win in your business over a long period of time. The third piece I want to share with you is there are going to be times where you will feel that something's going to drop in that is going to seem irrational, that's going to seem unreasonable. And if you don't have that level of self-trust and you start outsourcing, you may hear from other people that it is unreasonable, that it is unrealistic, that it isn't a wise decision because it cognitively, logically doesn't make sense. But when you know within every cell of your being that it may seem like the most irrational thing, but you know that it is true because you are connected with your body, so you know the difference, you do it anyway. And that is a part of being the visionary and being the leader in your business, is that you are going to see things that others cannot see. You are going to feel called to create or to do or to move in a certain way that people will not understand. And people may question you and your decisions. And you have to feel that level of such grounded presence, self-trust, that it doesn't matter if everyone else doubts you or questions you. You have this unwavering sense of self-trust and self-belief that you know that it's right, even if no one else can see it. And that's what is being that visionary leader, is you move in a way that people may not understand. and you move in a way that may not logically make sense to anyone else. And that's okay. So when we think about how do we do things to actually cultivate self-trust, the first thing is we cannot build self-trust if we haven't actually overcome anything challenging. Self-trust is formed by our ability to navigate and move through challenging situations. Now, how do we navigate and move through challenging situations in a way that cultivates self-trust? Well, it comes back to nervous system regulation. Because if you know within every cell of your being that you've overcome really challenging situations in the past and you held yourself with grace, poise, grounded, clarity, and that present energy where you weren't wavered, where you weren't shook, where you didn't react, where you weren't rash, then you've got many life experiences that you can draw upon to be like, I faced something really challenging and I was proud of myself for the way that I navigated that and showed up for myself. Held those boundaries, but with grace. So self-trust is built in the challenging situations and the examples that we have of the way that we navigated that. Self-trust is also can be such simple things around honoring your own word to yourself. You say you're going to do something. Do you do it? Do you do it when it's challenging? Do you do it when there's resistance? Do you do it when there's every single excuse that everyone would understand by not following through, but you still follow through? What are the little micro moments where you're saying yes, but your body's saying no? What are the little elements in your life where you are prioritizing other people's needs over your own, where you're moving into that performance or people pleasing, where you're saying yes when your body says no? All of those small little elements add up. Micro moments. Yes, on their own, they may not hold weight, but when you accumulate that over time, it holds weight. And it will affect your level of self-trust. So that element, self-trust, is built on nervous system regulation. So are you connected with your body? Do you know the difference when you're activated in survival mode? Do you know the difference of what that feels like in your body? And if you do you know how to regulate yourself so you can come back into grounded presence and then make decisions from there? And then cultivating that self-trust is something that you do every single day. It's exactly what I'm doing here. My commitment was that every day, Monday to Friday for the month of July, I will show up and I will post a YouTube video for you. Now, that didn't matter if I had a 12-hour workday or not. My commitment was my word. So I'm cultivating that self-trust within myself because I'm committed to following through on my word, not only to you, but to myself, most importantly, right? It's what we say to ourselves. Are we following through on that? So a little bit of fire, but I'm very passionate about this piece because we really do get to self-source. And that's not to say that you don't get to ask for support, but it's really coming back to honoring your visionary as a leader, your gnosis as a leader, and taking action without it needing to be perfect, without needing to know all the answers before you say yes, trusting in yourself when you feel that call to make that move and to hold that pace, to hold that rhythm, that consistency over a long period of time. And I know that when you're regulated in your nervous system, you're able to stay in that game sustainably without the burnout for an extremely long time until you decide to stop playing the game, if you ever decide to stop playing the game. So sending you lots of love. Send me your questions. I will see you tomorrow.